Questions, where did I end off last time? I think I ended off here. So we'll start with Timeless, what is this, Casualty, and go from there. We actually get to see some class cards yet. I haven't seen any cards, chat, so I'm excited to see what this actually has. All right, let's lock in. I'm the professional card reviewer, so my review is gospel. Timeless Casualty, 2-mana 3/2 battlecry, reverse the order of your deck, and it's an elemental. Okay, so if there's any card that adds to the bottom of your deck, it's interesting. It's like Dredge, but your whole deck, maybe. I'm not sure how good this really is in. I guess you're playing this specifically for an elemental. I would think that there's another card that interacts with this in this set. So I'll go with the fact that there's potential for this card, but right now it's kind of just a 2-mana 3/2, which I don't think we're playing. So moving on. All right, I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm going to try my best. Circadium Answer. I think that's actually how you say it. Did I do it? Let's get it. 3-mana 2/2 battlecry. Add a random 8-cost minion to your hand at the start of your turns. Reduce the cost by 1. Insane for Holy Wrath. Wild's not a real format. 3 mana. Add this card to your hand. What's the 8/7? I mean, like, most of the 8-cost cards are kind of poo, so like, do I care? Kind of funny though. What happens if you shadow step this card and replay it? Do both the 8-cost cards reduce? I would imagine, because I think the actual like tags on the card itself, not this. So kind of interesting. Probably not good enough though. In Arena, kind of, I think you have to draft this card though, because it's kind of just a lot, but we'll see. Misplaced Pyromancer. 3 mana 4/3. Whenever you shadow a card, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. Hello? What is, guys, what's shatter? What the fuck does that mean? Shatter my nuts in your mouth. Hello? What is it? What is shatter? I mean, depending on what shatter is, this is a good card, because that's a 3 mana to deal 2 damage. I know what it is, Smile. Oh, Alex! Nice! Nice. Nice. All right, so impossible to review a card, but XD. That's an XD right there if I've seen it. Aeon Wizard, 5 mana 3/5 rewind battlecry, get 2 random spells from your class. Okay, so if I'm let me go through the steps here. To discover a spell is probably like 0.5 mana at this point. Am I really gonna pay 5 mana to get 2 randos and then have a second chance at it? Probably not. I'll be Arena. Rarran is so out of the loop on Hearthstone, he doesn't even know what shatter is. Shake my head. So true. I mean, the card could be sick. What the fuck do I know? I don't know. Paltry? It's Paltry, right? God, please tell me it is. Flutterwing. 1 mana 1/1. Death Rattle, summon a random 2-cost minion that is dormant for 2 turns. Paltry. It's not like poultry though, right? Like you're not saying it like fucking chicken. Paltry. What did I say? Paltry. This card's ass though, right? Super bad card. I'm not talking about Jonah Hill's movie. Paltry is like small. I don't read books. I only read Reddit. That's where most of my vocabulary comes from. Chicken is poultry. All right, anyways, I think it's bad. We're gonna move on from this. Unknown Voyager. I hardly know her. 5 mana 4/5. After this survives damage, transform into a random 7-cost minion. If I'm an Arena Andrew, how do I feel about this card? As standard, I don't think it's very good. Kind of interesting though. If you think about it, we're all time travelers from the past. Well done. Well done. Good in Warrior and Warlock. No, it's not. You don't want a random 7-cost card in Warrior unless you're talking about Arena, sure. But no way. Yesterlock? 2 mana 3/1. At the end of your turn, give your other minions +1 health. Yesterlock? I don't know how good this is. That's an interesting thought. Okay, we had a 1-mana 2/1 in classic that gave another minion +1 health. That card was kind of played. I feel like most of the time this is not gonna be good enough on 2. So in a world where you play this with a big board, it might be fine, but most of the time it doesn't feel great. It's just kind of just like Murloc synergy, I think, at this point, right? Bro, people complete quests with Warlock turn 4. That's what these cards have to compete with. I can't. Hey, don't worry, dude. They'll do a nerf, right? We're so back. What if? Okay, chat. What if though? This is the time traveling expansion. Okay, so what if we just time travel to rotation? Thoughts? Could go crazy. Could go crazy. There's a chance for that, right? Like we just build the time machine. Living Paradox, 3-mana 2/1 elusive battlecry summon 2/2/1 Living Paradoxes with elusive. Yo, is this just me or is this kind of like nuts? 3 mana for 3 minions that are 2/1s and they have elusive. That kind of slaps in the quest druid, no? That seems like a pretty good card. That's a chunky amount of minions. And they're elusive. It's kind of annoying. Maybe potential here. Yeah, you could go like Paladin and then Orif to follow. Kind of like it. The sneaky. I also like the flavor of this card. Very nice. Very nice. All right, we're on Death Knight now. Okay, so that's all the neutrals. The neutrals seem fun, I think, for the most part. Okay. Talanji of the Graves. Talanji was from Rastakan's Rumble, so my expectations are very low here. 4 mana 4/5 Fabled battlecry. Draw Bonswamdi or resurrect him if he has died. Choose a boon to give him. Bonswamdi is a 6 mana 6/6 death rattle summon a random 4-cost minion. Okay, what are these boons? Because that's absolutely pointless. So Fabled doesn't have to mean 2 minions. It could just be 3. Or sorry, it doesn't have to be 3. It could be 2. Or all these. I guess the boons are not added in. Oh, this is another card though. Wait, hold on. Boon of Power. Give Bonswamdi taunt permanently. Minion summoned by his death roll costs 2 more. Draw Bonswamdi. Choose a boon to give him or resurrect him. So when I play this, he gets resurrected. So Bonswamdi on his own is pretty ass. So basically you need to play Talanji or you need to play this. What befell Zandalar? What does that mean? Zandalar? What is that? Is that like a meme or place? Deal 2 damage to all minions. Choose a boon to give Bonswamdi. That's not a bad spell. It's like Consecration with a little bit of a buff, but you don't draw him, which is a little bit of a concern. So the order you want to do this is Talanji first. Or does this have the resurrect thing as well? Do we know? Okay, anyways. Give Bonswamdi lifesteal permanently. Minion summoned by his death rattle costs 2 more. Give Bonswamdi rush permanently. Minion summoned by his death rattle costs 2 more. So you can get 10 costs from this. Kind of interesting card though. Just trying to think about how you want to play this. So if you draw this card on its sorry, I hit escape by accident. That's my bad. If you draw this card on its own, it's really bad. Then you would play Talanji, give a boon. Wait, can you give Bonswamdi multiple boons while he's alive? I'm going to imagine that's a yes. Because like I feel like it's so awkward if you can't go this is a weird card to say out loud. Holy moly. What are we calling this? What? WBZ? If you play this first, well, if you play this while this is on board, you give him 2 boons. How do you get the 3rd boon though? Am I like trolling? I guess you could like bounce this one back or you can resummon. It seems like a lot of extra work for something that may not be very great. I'm trying to think of like how good this will actually be. I guess like you would go boon of speed first because you don't want it to get like silenced or hex. Built in, you get all the boons. How are you getting all the boons? I just don't understand. No built-in way to get all the boons. Sorry, I misread that. So maximum, like, you're only getting 2 from it. I think the design's interesting. I just don't see this getting played. I just don't, like, it's so weird. 6 mana for this is like, if you don't draw this and you draw this, like, I feel like you're so upset. Doc, what's up, man? Card that spawns a guy that spawns more cards a bridge too far to me. Well, it's okay. We'll bring you back into the Joker house. It's all right. It's all right. I just think this is way too much work for what you're getting. I just don't see it. I'm not a huge fan of the card in terms of power level. I feel like it's too weak. I feel like this card needs to be able to resurrect Bonswamdi. Like, it just feels like a lot. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like the quest currently for them. It's just too much stuff for like not enough of a payoff. But maybe I'm really underestimating how good it is to just summon multiple minions. But I feel like you do so much better. I don't know. I'm not like screaming for this card. Moria Manifest, 4 mana, summon the highest cost friendly undead that has died this game. Okay, so hold on. Are you an undead? You are an undead. So now we get another Bonswamdi. Does that make that better? Kind of, but even then, it doesn't feel great. You need to get the boons. Like, we have the security guard from, like, it's a 6 mana 2/2, and that summons an 8-drop. So am I going through all this work? Or I'm like, there's just no way, man. There's like better undeads. Just let me die already. So true. I mean, this card seems fine, depending on what undeads there are, but I'm not a huge fan. Cryo Frozen Champion, 1 mana 2/1 death rattle. Get a random legendary minion, reduces costs by 1. Get a random legendary minion. Like, fine. That's funny. It's a 1-drop. It's a 1 mana 2/1, which is decent. So sure. I just don't know why I'm playing this over another card is the problem. But it's definitely not the worst thing in the world. Worse than Keychain. Well, they kind of do different stuff, right? Like, I think this card, we got to remember that Hearthstone's not only designed for competitive players. Like, this is just a fun card for people, right? And like a lot of casual players will like this. That's fine. Like, it's like a babbling book kind of effect, right? I just feel like the average legendary minion in Hearthstone is just so different than what it used to be. I feel like legendaries used to be just kind of good in a vacuum. I feel like a lot of legendaries now you need to have like a build around for it. Like, for example, I don't even know if you could like, can you generate fabled legendaries from this? Like, if I like, I'm just gonna give you like a little story here. Young players play Hearthstone. They drop their turn 1 Cryo Frozen Champion, and then they generate Talanji of the Graves with no Bonswamdi in their deck, and all of a sudden they have a 3 mana 4/5. Can I generate Fable cards? Okay, ignore my story then. That's kind of weird. Why can't you generate Fable cards? Yo, Browy, thank you for the sub, bro. Welcome back for 4 months. Everybody smile in the chat. Thank you. All right, what is this? Husk Eternal Reaper. 4 mana 5/3. Battlecry, give your hero death rattle, spend up to 20 corpses to resurrect with that much health. Whoa. Whoa. There's so many questions with a card like this. How does this interact with, if I bounce this back to my hand and I play it again, does it take up both instances? How does that work with Wheel of Death? Does my hero explode or does he come back? So many questions here. So realistically, without going to like the really niche points of this, 4 mana 5/3 is kind of bad. You don't really want to play a 4 mana 5/3 in Hearthstone. Now, having an additional like resurrect is like insane. I'm playing Hades too, bro. I know how good Death Defiance is. I can see it. It counters Wheel. Is that confirmed? Counters Wheel press. Okay, so like it's just a full res. So in other ways, this is better than Ice Block. Oh, this is. So if you have counter spell, like sorry, if you have corpses available. You get 20. Man, this is gonna be such a motherfucker for OTK decks. Holy shit. Wait, this is a great design card. Oh my god. This is so like, it's so interesting how this plays in the game. I feel like this will be one of the most popular cards played in the game, like in this expansion so far. This is like the first card that's made me really think about how I want to use that. It's the problem is it's like you need corpse generation. Doesn't end your enemy turn. Yeah, but I mean, if I'm getting OTK'd and they have to kill me and I get 20 extra life and it's not done in one instant, like, so the way I'm thinking of is like, if the OTK is done in one instance, like we'll talk about Holy Wrath Paladin for example, right? And I play this, now I don't die, right? Like they use their Holy Wrath combo, I'm back. If it's like multiple iterations of damage, like Il'gynoth the Demon Hunter or some shit, like then this card's significantly worse. But it's a cool enough card that I think people will be willing to experiment with. And it's like, maybe one of the best things about this card is it's just in the game. Like you don't have to run this. If you discover it, it's really unique. Like there's a ton of weird interactions with a card like this. And I feel like this is where like when Hearthstone's at its absolute peak. Even if it's not competitive, I think it's still really cool. I don't know how great that effect really is. But even if you have one corpse, like it could be the difference of you winning or losing the game. Like it's such a unique design. I like it a lot. I don't know if it's playable. It's gonna really depend on what the metagame is, but I think it's really cool. Really, really cool. I like it. Cool. Blood draw. 3 mana, 1 blood. Sorry. Is it blood? I haven't talked about runes in so long. Yeah, blood runes, right? For a spell, this costs health instead of mana. Hearthstone cards in the big 2-5. They really need to make the game more interesting with, I don't know, characters with massive boobs or sweaty armpits. I'm gonna stop reading that right there, Mirage. Good to see you, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so 3 mana to discover a spell. Lost health. So depending on the cost of the spell, you are mana cheating. Blood Bloom, I believe, was for Warlock, and that card was kind of fire with the right spell. In fact, you have to discover it. That was really bad. It probably means it's not good enough. There's going to be high roll potential, though, for sure. Oh, I read it wrong. Sorry. This card costs health, not the card you generate. Dread Eye is good. Oh, you bouncing on his dick, or what's going on here? Discover a spell. This costs health instead of mana. So you're paying 3 mana to discover, or 3 health to discover a spell. Yeah. I thought it was, see, like, I read it the other way in my mind because that was a card that I think was playable. This on its own, I don't think I'm ever spending 3 health to discover a card. Like, I'm not taking up a card slot in my deck to play this. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. So then immediately it's like, I don't even care. Time stop. 2 mana, 2 frost. Deal 2 damage, freeze 2 random enemy minions. Okay. Frostbolt with the building requirement and you freeze 2 minions. How do I feel about this? Probably not good enough to go build for Frost. I could get the flavor of this card. Feels 1 Frost, maybe. Frost. Need to see it. Life Render. 3 mana, 3/4 battlecry. If your hero's health change this turn, deal 6 damage to an enemy minion. This card's probably pretty good with weapons. The first thing that my mind went to. I'm sure there's obviously the stuff with blood that interacts with this in a way, but most of the time I think it's this weapon and then dealing 6 damage. That's like, does Death Knight need another damage card or another removal card? Maybe. It's good for, probably pretty good in arena. Why does that low key look like Aang? Maybe it's just like the blue thing on the forehead. Yeah. Ice, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Oh, wait, holy. Play the Resurrect legendary as the highest cost demon, then resummon it with the 4 minutes to stack the death rattle. Wait, what are you restacking? I don't understand. This is an undead, though. Not a demon. It'll be fine. It depends if you really need it. 4 mana, 8/7. Frost Unholy. Chrono Chiller. You no longer draw a card at the start of your turn. Okay, so we're never playing a 4 mana 8/7, unfortunately, so that's not playable. So the line of text is extremely unique, though. Why would you want this? Yeah, would you do her? What do you think? Would you get Chrono Chilled if you know what I'm talking about? Isn't the 8? Okay, I'm gonna say something. Let me say it. Let me say it. Please don't say anything until I'm done my sentence. Why does an 8/7 look worse than a 7/7? I just, something about that just looks wrong and I hate it. I don't like it. I think it's worse. I'd rather have a 7/7 than an 8/7. Not that it makes a single point of difference, to be honest. Well, it does, but you know what I mean. You no longer draw a card at the start of your turn. So the only reason you want this is to stop fatigue. No way, bro. It's awful. I guess you could discover it and have like a there's that card from, I want to say, Whizbang, that discovers an undead and reduces the cost by the cost or the attack of this creature or something. But I think this is horrible. Wheel DK Tech Kozak, you this is for Death Knight, not Warlock. I would say it. You know? I mean, this card's bad. I just can't. Not gonna lie, this is good for Blood DK. This is good for aggro decks. I think you guys are both wrong. I think this card sucks ass. Next. Shadows of Yesterday. 6 mana, 2 unholy, rewind, summon 4 3/2 shades. They each get 2 random bonus effects. 6 mana, summon 4 3/2 shades, and they all get 2 random bonus effects. Chat, do they all get the same bonus effects, or do they get their own individual ones? Because if they all get their own individual ones, that rewind is going to be extremely risky. Individual. How good do I think this is, though? I guess it's fine. Arena, it's going to be pretty annoying. Remove your hoodie. It's kind of hot. It's actually, I'm actually freezing. It's like pouring down right now, Mirage. But Mirage, I can't. Mirage, do you have this all? Do you have all these banked up so that when you come back, you're ready to pop? Like, I feel like you're holding this moment for so long. I think rebirth in Arena. I think you got something here. Anything else, I think it's whatever, unfortunately. Forgotten Millennium. 8 mana for a blood and an unholy. Fill your hand with random undead. They cost health instead of mana this turn. This card is so interesting if we didn't have the Scourge from back in the day. The Scourge was 9 mana to fill your whole board with random undeads. Why am I spending 8 mana to fill them up with in my hand? I get to play 1. Well, I mean, not 1, but technically more, but like then it's contingent on like my hand size, and it's like I want to spend my health for this. I hate it. Getting battle cries. I feel like if we're thinking about, man, I need a good battle cry from Forgotten Millennium, I feel like we lost the game. It's just health for the turn, so you still keep them. Yeah, but I'd rather play an 8 mana card that does something more. Like, I guess if you discover that, like, this is one of those cards that's like, I'm probably never putting this in my deck, but if I discovered it, then it's like, okay. But Yeah, I don't think it's very good. Okay, so is that all the Death Knight cards before we get to Paladin? I guess that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10, right? Yeah. Okay, I think Death Knight is kind of whatever this set for the most part. Some of them seem fine. I do think this card's good, and I do think this card's good, and I do think this card's fine. I just feel like this card is enough to get people excited about the game, which is like maybe the highest compliment I can give. But cool card. I think this card's really. I think people are gonna love that card. Pass no Moragan. 2 mana. Give a minion +2/+1. Advance to the present. I'm sorry. What? 2 mana. Give a minion +2/+1 and death rattle, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, advance in the future. No Morgan. I'm gonna make you go away. Or I'm gonna make you gone. Right. Future No Moragan. I read No Moragan because Mina's name is exactly like my friend Mina's name is that. It's No Moragan, but it's almost spelled the exact same way. I know it's No Morgan, but whatever. 2 mana, give a minion +2/+1 divine shield and death rattle, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. How do you make this go to the future? No. How do you make it go to the future? Use it? Okay, so each durability is like going forward. Use it. Stop. I gotta do a chat message log to see what the chatter is. What a silly thing to write. And now you're on the chopping block. Gun to your head. What do you got, brother? Let me see your chat messages. He's caught, buddy. Actually, he's been here for a while. Okay, he's fine. I think I might. You survived for now. All right. Okay, so with each use, it gets better. 2 mana to give a minion +2/+1. So Hand of a Doll was played, but we need to. You wanted to draw a card from it. You got enough. I mean, it's actually kind of sick for 2 mana. What happened? What happened with past, present, and future? What happened? There's a lovable train, and then they have to rebuild. What happened? Oh, before the Trog invasion. Oh, I figured it out. I mean, it seems good. I think for 2 mana, this is disgusting. Hard Light Protector, 2 mana, 2/1 Divine Shield, Battlecry, restore health to give your hero and give them Divine Shield. Sorry, restore 3 health to your hero and give them Divine Shield. So you give a Divine Shield and you restored 3 life to your hero. Two mana, 2/1 Divine Shield with mech was just shielded minibot. And now you're telling me I can give my hero 3 health and give them Divine Shield? What the hell-y? Yo, is it just me or does Paladin just get the most bonkers shit on the planet? I feel like both the cards already, I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here? Like this one seems so good for 2. This one seems good for 2 as well. Okay. Neon Innovation. 3 mana, discover Paladin mech from the past. Give it +5/+5. And okay, chat. Is there any? I'm not gonna go look. I'm too lazy. I don't care enough. Is there any mechs off the top of your head that sound really good? I'm thinking there's the egg is probably the one that comes to my mind the most, but I don't think we really care about the egg. A Colossus. Oh, buddy, you're right. Oh, it's okay. There are 4 other cards that'll change your mind. Okay, so if you don't hit the Colossal, are we sad? Probably. Oh, whatever. Could be good. I'd have to go through the list, but I'm not like freaking out about it. 4 mana, 2/1 Tank Engineer, Divine Shield, Death Rattle. Summon a 7/7 tank with Divine Shield, and it's a mech. So you get Force Tank Max? Oh, Leah, it's just saying GVG. So So you'd have to break the Divine Shield, hack again, and then you get your Big Mac. So in reality, it's like turn 6. Kind of interesting. Like it's just such a weak stat line, unfortunately, that I don't think you could really get away with it. Maybe an arena though. I think I want to like the card, but yeah, it seems really slow. If there's a way to proc your death battle in Paladin, maybe, because like that's an annoying minion to deal with, but be too slow. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the egg. Yeah, I was gonna say like the one that summons the dinosaur, like the 5 mana, like, but that's a different game. Like that's an entirely different game at this point. Like it's just not the same. Like if this card was printed in 2018, 2019, like we're fucking cooking so hard with this shit. But I think it's just maybe too slow. I think in arena it's good though. I like it in arena a lot. Mend the Timeline. 3 mana, rewind, get 2 random holy spells, restore health equal to your hero, equal to their cost. Restore health to your hero equal to their cost. What's the average cost for like a holy spell? So if I'm okay, if I'm restoring 8 health, just put 8. Let's just put 8. Just for the sake of like averages and medians or whatever. Go with 8. 3 mana 8 wasn't very good in classic. We had that with Paladin. We had that with Druid. Now, the thing about the Druid spell was you're only healing. You get 2 spells with this. In worst case, you rewind it to do it again. Really interesting card here. Probably one of the best. Like I like the rewind mechanic. I'm liking more and more. I feel like it has so much potential with this. I hope this is one of those keywords where I kind of hope it comes back. But it might be just expansion tied, unfortunately. Say, what's up, man? Could be the best card ever released for Holy / Control Paladin. Well, I would relax on that one. I don't know about that. But I do think there's potential with a card like this. I just think I think with Rewind, I think like this is like the pinnacle design for Rewind. Like this is what I hope Rewind would be. Rewind would be good if it wasn't for the damn animations. I haven't played a single game in Hearthstone since the what has happened. Is the animation just awful? Like what's the problem with it? It's painful. Rewind takes 15 seconds? Nah, are you guys serious? No way. Okay, well, regardless of the animation, cool, interesting design here. You might be able to generate this from this, which is also incredibly interesting. But I'm gonna go with like if you get like 6 to 8 health here, like it might be very, very good. The question is, this is probably the biggest asterisk for a card like this is like, is this playable? Like, do you have a deck that wants this? Is the problem. And I don't know if we do. Maybe with the Noble guy though, we've already seen though. What is this name? PMM? Infantizer? 6 mana 4/4 battlecry set of friendly minions attack and health to 8. It can't attack heroes this turn. Okay, so it's a mech. I guess that's kind of important. You absolutely need another minion on board for this to see play. If I have a 1/1 on board, I get to buff it by 7/7, and I get a 4/4 mech. What do you guys think? That's kind of bad. She mend on my timeline until I rewind. That's the best first message I've seen, man. Good job. Also, your name, Lord Balsakis. Oh my god, that's my kind of guy. Holy shit. There's a clip of someone using Clockwork and it completely redid the turn and it got objected even though the person played a minion earlier. I'm sorry, what? I see, you have that clip. I want to see what that means. Is there a joke where someone knows what PMM is? I don't know. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, but even the flavor text, they don't know. Probably the designers know what it is, but Positive mental moments. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Ice. I love you. Wait, what? No, I'm not playing audio, just for the record. I'm gonna cast over it. It rewinded. Classic Reddit video viewer, am I right, fellas? Wait, what? Is this a real spell in the game? No, it's not. My eyes! Yo, what the fuck? All right. That's ridiculous. What the hell? Hilarious clock worth bug. All right, that wasn't the clip. Oh, it's Martian. What's up, Martian? I can't play it because of audio. That's probably why the animation's so long. Wait, what is the exact wording of rewind though? Hold on. Maybe replayed once for the potential different outcome. Okay, so it's not wait, that's not they. Oh god. Okay. Blueberry, was that a across the Spider-Man reference? I don't remember what that little gadget's called, but hey. All right, that's all the cards I have. I feel like there's more, so let me just refresh this in case I missed them. No. I mean, I still think like Paladin seems decent, and I've only seen half the cards. You didn't notice? Notice what? Notice what? What did I not notice? Tell me now from this clip. I saw the objection proc. That's what you're saying. I saw the objection proc because that's why I was like, what is the exact definition of rewind? Because like rewind shouldn't restart the turn if that's what you mean. Cool. I mean, set looks fun. Go for it. What do we have today, boys? Paladin Priest. Wait, that means there should be other Paladin cards. Oh wait, not revealed. Fish guy didn't get played is the weird part. No, but the thing is that it rewinded his wait, hold on. Did he play? Wait. I see what you're saying. Hold on. Did he hover up Akani? Wait, what? Oh. I thought what happened was it reset the turn, and then the Martian just played the clock boy. But you're telling me he tried to drag a Connie, and instead of drew the clock boy. I love the top comment, by the way. It should not reset that's why I was asking what's the exact definition of rewind. Because I was like almost 100% sure it shouldn't just restart the turn. But I have no idea. I don't know.